Shalom, shalom. Kal halalim la abanoa Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash, Barakti Yahweh, Barakti Shai, Barakti Yahweh, Barakti Shai, Barakti Yahweh, Barakti Shai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, a great millstone, and shalom to the prophets of that body, and shalom to the 144,000 and the greater multitude, of elect women, children, and other men, women, and other children. Shalom. Okay, the Israelites are the chosen. There is no such thing as equality in the scriptures. Okay, right? The Israelites have always been the chosen. There is no such thing as equality or a level playing field when it comes to the kingdom to come. All right? There is no such thing as all men are created equal. That's just nonsense the so-called white man came out with. And the so-called white man's rulership will let you know that all men are not created equal. When they come out with their own gibberish, their own made-up terms and bywords of so-called races, calling the black man, calling the Southern Kingdom so-called black, calling the Hispanic Kingdom brown, or Latino or Latinx or Native Indians. Okay, calling some races yellow and calling themselves white. When they're not white, they're red. Pursuant to Genesis 25:25, Jacob's description is not given because he came out normal, brown. The so-called white man came out red. They have that pink pigskin flesh, where their blood shows forth. If they're so superior, how come the so-called white man can't go in the sun? If they're so superior, how come they age like milk? If they're so superior, how come they're so disgusting and unhygienic? If they're so superior, how come they don't know how to cook food? If they're so superior, how come they are the minority on the planet Earth? If they're so masculine and, Prince Charming and all that, like they like to show in their movies, how come the most desired man on the planet Earth is a so-called black man, a Native Indian and Hispanic, the Israelite man? Sometimes a white woman and women of other nations want, they want the so-called black man. They want that, they want a Judite man. Sometimes they want that, Rico Suave, that Latin lover, so to speak. Sometimes they want that high cheekboned, square jawed, long haired Gadite, Native Indian. There's various Israelite men, various flavors for the young ladies that are single and attractive to desire. Okay, they don't desire no pig-skinned, hot dog water smelling man who doesn't even like women. They're so underpopulated, bunch of cucks, which is a so-called white man. And even in their rulership, their women desire the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and especially the so-called black man. And we're not talking about you dirty-ass Africans either. We're talking about the black American, the ones you Hamites called a carter, the ones you Hamites called a cotton picker. Okay? All right? And you Hamite Africans, you know that you don't look nothing like the so-called black man in America, and you don't have the same flavor. Where's all the talent and all the inventions coming from? America, Europe. Sure as hell ain't coming from Africa unless there's Israelites scattered there that went into Africa or the land of Ham in 70 AD. Okay? Now, below here, 1 second. So scripture has come to my mind. Just want to make sure I find it. Just going to go on my phone just to get it. Hosea 4:6, I think it is. Yeah. Let's read Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people. Holy means separate. This is Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. And I'm going to the King James Version. For thou art an holy people. Holy means separate. Unto the Lord thy power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee, right? Chosen the Israelites to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay? Let's read that again. Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord Yahweh Shah hath chosen the Israelites from the foundations of the earth to be chosen and to be above all people. Okay, there's 18 nations on the planet. And one of those nations that's chosen is the Israelites. The rest of you 17 nations are heathens. You are nothing. Do you understand that? All right? You are nothing. Everything that's in this world, even in captivity, has been invented by the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian and those of their lineage, right? That you may look like other nations come from the loins of paternally of the loins of the Israelite man, because the Israelite man, like just like today, has children with women of other nations, and you are whatever your father is, pursuant to Numbers 1:18. And that spirit which comes from the paternal lineage that lets you know that you are an Israelite is from your father's line. Okay? All right? That's how important the father's line is. I'll give you an example of a worldly point of view. You have the Sicilian mob, right? Well, most of them are Jake, Italian mob, Sicilians, Southern Italians. That's why they're so damn cool. You know, the way everybody wants to be like the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Don't most people want to be like Italians, talk like them, act like them, and they act like Eddie Murphy said, they act like a bunch of ninjas. You know, they've got that bop and walk and spirit. They know how to dress. You know, silk suits, thick gold bracelets, rings, thick gold pendants around their neck. The so-called white man doesn't have a spirit to wear gold and jewelry like that or dress clean. You know, that's an example. And also to join the mob, right? What's that guy? The one who became who does a lot of podcasts now. I forgot his name, man. Anyway, he said that to be part of the mob, you know, he was on Valuetainment. Forgot his name, man. Let me find out his name. Valuetainment Italian mobster interview. What's his damn name?
In your time in the mafia.
What's his name, man?
Did you witness? I'm going to be honest with you. We're bringing in $9-10 million a week.
Let me just find out his name, man, before I say it. Before I say it. Michael Francesi. Yeah, Michael Francesi. He even said that, yeah, to be part of the mob, you've got to have your father's line go all the way back to Sicily or Italy. Okay? He didn't mention the mother, that both parents have to be Italian. He said the father's line. To be part of the Italian or Sicilian mob, you have to be of that lineage that goes back to the old country, because they want nothing but their own within the crew. Understand? That's an example there how how important the lineage is. All right, and that's pursuant to Numbers 118. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how we are above all people. Even in hell, we are above all people. All right. Now here I have a list of the top 10 boxers. All right. Now I'm just gonna go through it. Okay. Floyd Mayweather, right? A Judite, so-called black man. Number two, Manny Pacquiao. I believe he's so-called Filipino, but he's an Israelite because a lot of Filipinos have Hispanic or Latino surnames. A lot of Ishakar, the so-called Mexicans, were taken there, I believe, as slaves, and also settled there as well. And he's from that lineage, so he's also an Israelite. Okay, Bernard Hopkins, more than likely a Judite, could be a Gadite also, but he's an Israelite. Number four, Roy Jones Jr., more than likely a Judite, but that Judite spirit through and through. Oscar de la Hoya, I believe he's Ephraim, so-called Puerto Rican. Either way, he's an Israelite. Canelo Alvarez, right? He is also from Mexico. He is from the tribe of Issachar. Okay, and this also lets you know that we come in many shades and skin tones as well. You know what I mean? And hair textures, just like the scriptures say. We are. What's the scripture say? That we are like a um, spotted bird. I believe it is spotted. Let me get that scripture out, man. We are, like Ephraim is a cake not turned, right? And what was a cake not turned? You're like baking a flatbread or a pancake. One side could be a little bit more darker, the other side could be a little bit more lighter. All right, okay. So Ephraim is very. I mean, one family can have the father with an afro, mother with straight hair, but both of them got green eyes, and you have the children. Some are dark with curly hair, some are dark with straight hair, some are light with curly hair, some are light with straight hair, various shades and colors, some with freckles. That's Ephraim. Very beautiful, very comely, very diverse. I mean, if you watch movies like Shaft, the 2001 one with Samuel L. Jackson, you see a bunch of Ephraimites and Simeonites in there, all very diverse looking. Even though the one who plays Peoples, Hernandez, he's not an actually Northern Kingdom. He's actually a Judite, I believe, that plays Peoples. So which even Esau knows that they use a so-called Negro to play a Dominican because they know that we look alike, right? Jeremiah 12:9. Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye assemble, all the beasts of the field come to devour. So the Lord is saying, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. What does that mean? What does a speckled bird have? It has various spots of light brown and yellow and different shades on it, which goes to show that the Lord's tribes are very diverse looking. All right, now let's get back to the fact of the matter. That boxing number 6, Canelo Alvarez. Boxing number 7, Andre Ward, another Israelite. Boxing number 8, Juan Manuel Marquez, another Israelite. Joe Calzaghe, he's from Wales. He's of Italian or Sicilian descent, another Israelite. Vitaly Klitschko, okay, is he Russian or Polish? One of them. And obviously, during the Dark Ages, a lot of the tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Levi, the southern kingdom, ruled Europe. They ruled Russia. Okay, hence you have all the dark images, all the Russian icons, all the artwork. Okay, because Jake likes to have artwork. The way you see in the hood, you see Big Pun painted up. You see Fat Joe and all that, and all the rest in peace and all that kind of stuff. Okay, from a worldly perspective, we like to have images of ourselves. We had images from the ancient world as well, which Esau, the so-called white man, tried to destroy, but they couldn't eliminate everything. So they got the rest of them hidden in dungeons and these safes that they have, but they're coming out now. And even these so-called white-looking people in Italy and Poland, they go to churches with black Madonnas and so-called black Jesus Christ and all that kind of thing. You understand? Even though you're not supposed to worship images, but the fact of the matter is that the images are dark. And Vitaly Klitschko is more than likely an Israelite. I mean, look at that jawline. You know, it kind of looks like Tyson, but with a paler flesh. You know, but more than likely an Israelite. All right, okay, which I think he's an Israelite anyway. All right, anyone that's unique and really good at sports, good at music, they come from the loins of so-called black men. You know, like the Bee Gees. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, or they're a bunch of Italians. You know, more than likely Judah. You know, any other singers that may look like another nation, they come from the loins of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. But this is just an example of how great we are. Even in the sports world, in hell, right? In this captivity, we're the best. All right, you got Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom in all world's best 10 boxes. All right, okay. Let's go here. Let's go to Black inventions of the 21st century. Here are some inventions by Black inventors in the 21st century. The shockwave. Lisa Gelobter's work on Shockwave, a browser-based multimedia platform, laid the groundwork for GIFs, glass bead liquid culture technology, GBLCT. Seema Prakash is the Indian name. Okay, Seema Prakash developed this cost-effective method for cloning plants in 2003. I mean, there's Israelite foreigners. There you go. Other notable Black inventors include Dr. Shirley Jackson, a physicist. I mean, that's a spirit too, because listen, we're everywhere. Isaiah 11:11 lets us know that we're everywhere, and the Seema Prakash could be, an Israelite foreigner. All right. Dr. Shirley Jackson, a physicist whose research led to the invention of the portable fax, touchtone telephone, solar cells, fiber optic cables called ID and core weighting. All right, another so-called black woman. Mark Dean, so-called black man, a computer scientist who developed the color computer monitor and the first gigahertz chip. Gladys West, a mathematician whose work contributed to the development of GPS, all right, which we use for locations. All right. James E. West, an inventor and professor who developed the technology used in modern microphones. All right. 21 game-changing inventions by women of color. Revolt TV. Black inventors and pioneers who have influenced the way we use. What? Let me see. The way we use. Where is it? And who was the way we use? The way we use technology and the internet today? Yeah. Look, Dr. Philip Emeagwali is a computer scientist who was born in the 1950s in Nigeria and moved to the US to study mathematics and marine engineering, designed the program for fastest computer on earth, which was made up of over 60,000 widely distributed microprocessors and ran more than 3.1 billion calculations per second. That's a Judite, all right? These crackers put their faces on all our inventions. The only thing the so-called white man invented, right, was the patent office, all right? That his name is Einstein or whatever, he wasn't nothing. Okay, he was just a whack-ass Edomite cracker, right, that stole inventions from his servant or a slave that he had. Okay, obviously we had no power, we had no might. How the F can we keep all our things to ourselves when these damn devils would steal everything? We couldn't even keep Black Wall Street or Rosewood, all the other thousands of other cities that were there in America. When we became successful, what did Esau do? Bomb it with his government, his armies, and the racist Edomites came through the city, raping the women, killing the children and men, and stealing all the wealth and nice things that they had in their homes and their vehicles. Because we had our own banks and cinema halls. You know, it was like a little kingdom of heaven within hell in America. But the Lord said, this is not our rest. We couldn't even hold on to that because we've got no power and might. Esau, the so-called white man, puts his face on everything. The so-called white man is not great at all. It's a fucking illusion. They are bullshit. All right. We are the salt of the earth. Look, check this out again. All right. Who was also the first president of America? It was James Hansen. Let's see. Let me Google that actually. First black president of America, Hansen. John Hanson of Maryland served as president of the Continental Congress during the American Revolution. He died in 1783. I think it was him, or John Hanson. It was something Hansen anyway. Yeah. But he was. Esau likes to put the information out there, then say, "Oh, he wasn't this, he wasn't that." The same way they say, "Okay, um, or that's not a UFO, that's a drone, or that's not a chariot, that's a drone." The way these Edomites like to lie, you know what I mean? I said that's what these devils do, but we know the truth. All right, you know, Jacob has been in in place in jobs of prominence, but the Lord has only kept them there for a reason. Okay, then obviously, even though America has been around for 400 plus years, right? Esau's greatest power threshold or level was the last 250. Okay, because Esau was because when the so-called white man was coming into power, they were still kind of afraid of Jake to make certain moves. They had certain Jakes under subjection, the other Jakes were kind of rebellious, and Esau was still scared of them. To really for the so-called white man to come into his full level of power is the last 250 years. That's why these crackers are so bold, but they're nothing. It goes to show how powerful the Lord is. Made a nobody people, a caveman, a maggot. A maggot has more worth than a so-called white man, right? And gave these damn devils power on the earth, made them look like they're something when they're nothing, made them look like the Lord, made them look like the Moses, where they painted the likeness of their images, where they blasphemed the Lord by using their pale, disgusting dog, Edomite faces, pigskin faces, to portray the Lord, to portray the prophets in the scriptures, you know, to also portray them as the knights of the Round Table, as Robin Hood, as the Lone Ranger, all these prominent figures throughout history. Okay, black people who have led the way in technological developments. You think the so-called white man invented the light bulb? No way. The so-called black man did. All right. The telephone, all invented by everything was invented by the so-called black man. Rims on a car, styling a car out, sound systems. Yeah. I'm sure if you look at Cadillacs and Chevrolets from the 1940s and 50s, those beautiful vehicles, you think the so-called white man came out with that? That's in the Israelite man's spirit, because that's how the chariots are, the chariots of the Lord, the angelic, the flying saucers, so-called, are real luxurious on the inside. Those round discs that spin gold and silver are just like the rims Issachar has on his lowriders, just like the rims Jake has on his donks in the south. Those leather, those suede interiors, those peanut butter guts, those chrome engines are just like the chariots. Okay, those beautiful fins on the Cadillacs and Chevrolets and all that, like in the 50s and 60s and 40s and all that. Who do you think invented that? The so-called black man did. Crackers didn't come out with none of that shit because that's not in their spirit. Inventor Granville T. Woods was a sadly often overlooked in comparison to others who were also developing new technologies at the time, particularly Thomas Edison. And they said Thomas Edison came out with the light bulb. Actually, it was probably Granville T. Woods' invention. And Alexander Graham Bell, who were Edomites too. These are two Edomites. Of course, Granville is going to be overlooked because he's a Jake. This is 1800s America. Of course, he's going to be overlooked. But these two crackers stole his invention. All right. And Granville T. Wood invented the telegraph too. Okay, all right, you get the gist of the idea, man. All right, but let's just also go into um, inventions of seven or ground some of the groundbreaking. No, there's not seven groundbreaking inventions. This is just a little snippet that I pulled out. Okay, of some of the inventions of Northern Kingdom as well. Obviously they taught Esau how to wash their ass and how to plant crops and how to stay alive through different seasons and all that kind of thing, and how to stay clean, even though the devil cracker is not clean to this day. Because when the so-called white man came to America, they had the Gadite, the tribe of Gad, the native Indians had beautiful, clean towns. You know, uh, perfume. They were selling perfumes. They had shops and stores. They were bartering. Everything was beautiful and hygienic, and just like it was like a little kingdom of heaven on earth, which the Northern Kingdom had for a little while, man. You know, there we go. The color TV, the upgrades from black and white to color television began in the 1960s, thanks to a patent filed in 1944 chromoscopic adapter for television equipment by Guillermo Gonzalez Camarena of Mexico. All right, earthquake sensing technology. I was going to do this quick. University of Chile, Professor Arturo Arias Suarez. Okay. Capture. Luis von of Guatemala developed the cybersecurity system Capture and Recapture, completely automated public Turing test to tell computers and humans apart. Stent. An interventional vascular radiologist, Julio Palmas of Argentina, is known for furthering the advances made in angioplasty surgery. All right. X-ray reflection microscope, invented by Albert Vincio Baez. Contraceptive pill, which is wicked. Look at that. This damn, put a damn devil there. Look at that with the afro. This is not even them. Chemist Luis Miramontes of Mexico was only 26, a doctoral student working in the lab of Carl Gerasi and George Rosenkranzin in Syntex, Mexico City. Artificial heart, invented by Domingo Santoliora. All right. Here you go. It's by Karen Juanita Carrillo. As you can see, Ephraim is like a cake not turned. There's another Ephraimite there, and she looks like a so-called black woman, right? But some of us are dark, some of us are light. That's how diverse we look. All right. And when I say so-called Hispanic, the Hispanics these are basically native Indians who took on Catholicism and were renamed by the Spaniards. The same way the so-called black man in Haiti was renamed by French Edomites, okay? And the same way the so-called black man in America was renamed by English-speaking English-speaking Edomites. You understand? All right. And the deeper part is those French and Spanish and Irish surnames are actually ours. When the so-called white man came to power, they took our names, right? And then a lot of the English-speaking Israelites were killed in the so-called Black Plague, right? And the ones that didn't speak English, that came from West Africa, that had more Hebrew-type names, and the ones that came from Spain had Spanish names. They all mixed and mingled around, and they couldn't speak the language, so they were renamed. You understand? And some of the Irish slaves from the West Indies, because Cromwell, the Edomite who banished the real Irish, the black Irish, into the West Indies, right? Hence the reason why they say everything Irie, everything gonna go and be Irie, okay? Okay, and the Irish accent sounds very similar to the West Indian accent, right? And a lot of them, those like Eddie Murphy, he's a Benjamite. That his surname Murphy is probably his real surname, which he's probably had for hundreds of years, probably since the days of being in Ireland. Robert Kelly, R. Kelly, you know. And these Hispanics are native Indians. So native Indian, Hispanic are one and the same. The native Indians still follow that, the name could be Clive Eaglefoot or something, They follow those kind of names. The ones that were conquered by the Spaniards, they were renamed, probably named Clive Dominguez or something, Okay. Now, I've already given a couple of scriptures of how diverse we are. We are the chosen, and we are we are those people. There is not a level playing field. We are the chosen race. Okay, all the music inventions, all the classical inventors and composers, all so-called black men, but they are, like pursuant to the book of Maccabees, the so-called white man has whitewashed art, has put his face on everything, making themselves look like there's something when they're not. It's all an illusion, and it's coming out in the truth in the last days anyway. Okay, who's that? The Italian classical artist, Mozart. Mozart's a so-called black man from Italy. The images are out there. Okay, and this is going to further solidify the fact that we are the chosen. 2 Ezra 6 verse 54. Let's go there. 2 Ezra 6 verse 54. And after these, Adam also, after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So the Lord is saying, the Lord created everyone. Yes, he did, of course, but the Lord has a favorite. Those are the Israelites, because the Lord has made a separation here. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So the Lord made all creatures, but We come out of the Lord made us, and look, after these, Adam also, whom thou, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. So we all come of Adam, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So there's a chosen lineage that comes out of Adam. Those are the Israelites. Verse 55, 2 Ezra 6, verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord Yahweh Hashem Yashai, because thou madest the world for our sakes. The world is supposed to be ours. We're not supposed to be in slavery. We're not supposed to be working 9 to 5s or looking for 9 to 5s or being in this kind of hellish condition. But we broke the statutes, laws, and commandments, hence the reason why we're in it. And plus, it's also to teach us between right and wrong and evil and good, so we can be better judges in the world to come that's coming upon this earth. And the Lord is around the corner. Like that song, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. What's coming around the mountain? Or what is that mountain? Or what's coming around the mountain? The chariots, isn't it? Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. All right. Okay, so the Lord made the world for our sakes. Verse 56, right? This is going to be the nail in the coffin for you. Everybody loves love everyone, people. All you jakes out there, I love everybody, but nobody loves you. You want to love the so-called cracker, but these Edomites, but they don't love you. You want to love the gook, you want to love the East Indian, you want to love the dirty ass Arab, but nobody loves you. But 2 Ezra 6, verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. The other people are nothing, but be like unto spittle. When you got a cold, you got that gob in the back of your throat, and you spit it out. The Lord said that they are like phlegm or gob or spit in your mouth. Okay, they are nothing. The Lord said, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. Okay, so the scriptures are not for everyone. All the people in the Bible are Israelites, that are the prophets, that are the chosen. Okay, so-called white man and the heathen nations are just bystanders. They're just part of the story, like a villain. You understand? The Bible is by the Israelites, written for the Israelites, all by the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yashai, because the men were stirred, the prophets were stirred by the Holy Spirit to come and write these scriptures. Hence the reason why they're on the same wavelength. Hence the reason why each book always moves on to the next book, and they're all saying the same thing. Okay, even in different points of history. Okay, but obviously with history, things are advancing within the scriptures I'm talking about. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, like spit, because they are nothing, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So the Lord is saying that other nations, right, outside of the Israelites, are nothing. They are like spit, and they are like, for example, you're drinking a bottle of mineral water, you got that last little bit of drop, you got like that last drop there, and you've had basically all of it. You got that one little drop there. Do you think you're gonna put the bottle up, saying, "Well, let me get that last bit, or let me get that little last drop back in my, let me drink that last drop." You're gonna say, fuck that. I've drank the bottle. That last drop don't mean nothing. So what do? You dispose of the bottle. So that the Lord's saying that you nations are like a drop that doesn't mean nothing. Okay, you don't mean nothing. You're like spit. Okay, the Lord said you are nothing. You other nations outside of the Israelites. Verse 57. And now, O Lord Yahweh Hashem Yashai, behold, these heathen, the other nations, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us, which has been happening in every captivity and rulership we've been slaves in up until this day. They've been devouring us and being lords over us. Like the Lord said in scripture, saying that, paraphrasing scripture, the Lord has seen servants upon horses, which is a so-called white man. They shouldn't be on horses. They shouldn't be riding a horse. Like in the movie Django, where they see Jamie Foxx, and they say, "Oh, that's a nigger on a horse. That's a nigger on a horse." When actually, if the world was the right side up, they'd be saying, "Huh, there's a cracker. There's an Edomite on a horse. Get that Edomite off the horse. He shouldn't be riding a horse. The Israelite man is supposed to be riding a horse." And the Lord said that in the scriptures, saying, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Mashai said that through the Spirit, saying that even the Lord Yahweh Shemashai said that, paraphrasing the scripture, saying he's seen servants upon horses, which is a so-called white man, and heathens, but mainly the so-called white man, and princes walking the earth. And who are those princes walking the earth? Okay, the northern and southern kingdom of Israel. Okay, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and those that are of the paternal lineage. All right. Isaiah 40:17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. Okay? You other nations outside of the Israelites don't mean nothing. You're counted as nothing. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. So there is no equality. You other heathen nations don't mean nothing, all right? You can buy all the Bibles you want in these last days. It ain't gonna help you. You're still going into fucking slavery. You're gonna this is it for you. Your last call. You better get your round of beer in. You better get your round of liquor in. You better go call your dealer up and go wait in the corner and shake and all that, and get your crack and heroin and your fentanyl, because in the kingdom there ain't gonna be no balm for your pain for the 1,000 years of hardcore slavery you're gonna serve. You damn devil! You're not gonna have no beautiful blonde bimbo to come home to. Man, you'll be like, every bitch, every wife, the wife you're gonna have is gonna be 500 pounds and smell like shit. All right, all the fine ass Edomite women are going to be concubines to the Israelite men, especially the elect. You guys are going to have no comfort, and you sure as hell ain't going to have no wine, no beer. Okay, you're not going to have no yayan, no beer, no strong drink, and you're definitely going to have no unlawful drugs like crack and heroin and fentanyl to ease your pain. All right, you're going to have none of that. Devils, you're nothing. Okay, let's go to 2 Samuel 7:23. Should I go to King James Version? Let's see if the King James Version is here. Yes, the NIV. See. Where is it? Up here. Yes. Thank the Most High for the King James Version, man. Let's go to NLT. 2 Samuel 7:23. And who is like your people, Israel, the one nation on earth that the Most High went out to redeem as a people for himself? Okay, the Lord has redeemed you, Israelites, okay? You sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, or, or any other heathen nation. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right? Okay? Jacob's name was turned to Israel, right? And who is like your people Israel, the Israelites, the 12 tribes, the one nation on earth that the Most High went out to redeem as a people for himself, and to make a name for himself, and to perform great and awesome wonders by driving out nations and their gods from before your people, whom you redeemed from Egypt. Okay, that was the first Exodus. The Lord did great wonders, and we got out of there. Now, this time around, the Lord's going to do great wonders again, but this is going to be amplified because we're in our second Egypt. Okay, hence the reason you see the pyramid on the dollar bill, you see the obelisks, you know, it's a so-called new world. You got names from Egypt and Babylon and all the other captivities we've been in, and there's various names from other parts of the world that are in America. Okay, you got names from England that are in America, like we got Jersey over here. You got New Jersey in America. We got Yorkshire over here. You got Yorkshire in America. We got York over here. You got New York in America. You understand? You got Worcestershire and Leicestershire, all these other kinds of names. You got that in America. You got Iberia in America. You got New Egypt. You got Israel Hill. You got Babylon in America. You got all these kinds of names in America with different cities with various types of obelisks and pyramids and the pyramid of the dollar bill, which lets you know that that's going to be the second Exodus because that's New Egypt and America is going to be destroyed because the so-called white man lets you know because they know it's going to be destroyed because that's why they like to prophesy in their movies, which is called Revelation of the Method. And I used to always wonder why they keep showing America being destroyed before I knew that I was an Israelite. Now it makes sense. I said, why can't they don't make a movie showing India being destroyed or England being destroyed? They made a couple of dystopian type movies where England is, got that dystopian future and England is underwater or whatever, but they never show it being destroyed. It's always America because America is New Egypt. America means bitter. It had a bitter beginning. It's going to have a bitter, an utterly bitter ending with nuclear fire. Amos 3:2, the way a father punishes his children. Okay, now if 5 children do wrong and they're all in the park together lighting fireworks, which is dangerous for 10 or 12-year-old children to do, right? And the father who is and a parent who is the father of 2 of the children out of those 5, what's he going to do? Is he going to discipline all 5? He's going to call his children over and say, get your backsides over here. And what's he going to do? He's going to punish them for their iniquity, for their disobeyment. For them to disobey and do stupid behavior because they are his. Okay, those children are his. And we belong to the Lord, the Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Amos 3:2 will solidify that. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Like I mentioned before, there's 18 families on this earth, 18 nations, but only one is chosen. Okay, Jacob, mine elect, the Israelites. Amos 3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities because the law, statutes, and commandments, okay, the civil laws, the marriage laws, the dietary laws, and everything that's around within the 613 plus laws or 613 laws that are in the scriptures were given to the Israelites. Okay, all right, okay, they were given to us, not the heathen nations. That's why the heathens can eat squid and lobster and crab and and all these abominations and not gain weight, and not get diseases and stuff like that, But let the Israelites eat all that abomination. What happens to them? They get fat. They become 500 pounds. They start looking like a squid or a pig or whatever, or a lobster or a crab. They start looking like a damn catfish. They start getting whiskers like a catfish, especially these women. Diabetes, high blood pressure, weighing like weighing like a damn ton. Those laws are given to us, not these heathens. That's why these heathens, it's in their nature to do evil. It's their nature to be a faggot. It's their nature to be a cuck. It's in their nature, for Esau, the so-called white man, to watch another man plow his woman and get off to that. Because number one, they don't like women. Number two, they don't have no righteous bone in their body. If Esau, the so-called white man, likes women so much, how come they're so underpopulated? Which goes to show, they don't like women. It's their nature to be unnatural, to be abominable. Okay? Okay? And all the inventions and the music inventions and every part of this, every fabric or every part of this or every thread of this world is put together in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Even though Jacob, when they do wickedness, they put salt to it, like being a gang member, gangster rap and 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg and all that kind of shit. Dumbasses talk about running a train, big pun and all that. They make it sound cool. From the wickedness to the righteousness. Jake is the salt of the earth, and they create all this flavor which the world follows. The dress code, the hip talk, the cars, the clothes, the inventions, the music from every genre of music. You understand? To these crackers using our hip talk. They even put this in movies. Hey, don't play with me. My bad. Cool. Hey, man. Hey, what up? What's up? Oh, I'm chilling. Esau, the so-called white man, don't talk like that. You heathens don't talk like that. Yet you don't you're racist towards so-called black people. Black this, black that, nigger this, nigger that. But yet you want to act like one. Okay, we're the salt of the earth. We got the flavor to everything. We put the flavor to everything. All right? All the liquors that you motherfuckers drink, the cognacs, the yaks, the brandy, the beer, the wine, all invented by so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth. Right? But if the salt hath lost his savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Okay? We are the salt of the earth. Okay? And we had greater salt before. Okay? But we lost our savour by breaking his laws, statutes, and commandments. So we're therefore good for nothing. The Lord cast us out. But now we're coming back in. The Lord has opened the gates for us to walk back in. But only his elect, because there's an elect within the elect. Okay? Zechariah 13 and 39, there's 13 and 8 and 13 and 9. 2/3 are going to be deleted on this side, and 1/3 are going to make it through. And the greater number that's going to be deleted on this side, they will come back through the loins into the kingdom, which is going to be on planet Earth and beyond. They're going to come back through the loins of the 144,000 men. All right, that's what the scriptures say, that one man will become like a nation. Okay, each member of the tribe will be like a nation. There'll be trillions, there'll be quazillions of us. I'm just making up a number there. There'll be bazillions of us, man. There won't be a number. You won't be able to number us. All right. Isaiah 45 and 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. By thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Okay, so Jacob is the Most High servant. For Jacob my servant's sake, yeah, and Israel mine elect. So we are the elect. We're the chosen, man. All right, it's not you heathen nations. All right. Hebrews 11:18. For whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Abraham, Isaac, and then who? Jacob. And Jacob became Israel. All right. Let's see if anything else is there. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, King James Version. There you go. Acts 7 and 8. And he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And what's the part of the covenant? Is a circumcision. And what does a covenant mean? Is a law, statutes, and commandments. And that was only given to who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob became Israel. And the 12 patriarchs are the 12 tribes. All right? Their loins, who are the 12 tribes today? All right? Acts 7 and 8. And he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And so Abraham begat Isaac and circumcised him the 8th day, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat the 12 patriarchs. Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes. Okay? And that's why we are here today. All right? Notice here, begat, begat, begat. There's no mention of the women, because the women don't count. It's all about the father. In this wicked kingdom, they was talking about mother this, mother that, Mother's Day, and all that bullshit. Okay? But father is more important. The mother is important too, but she doesn't override the father, okay? It's the father that counts, because through your father you get your lineage, all right? You know how many so-called black women are out there, okay, calling their children so-called black or whatever, and those children think that I'm cool, I'm a so-called black man or whatever, not knowing that they're Edomites, because their fathers could be Edomites or East Indians or Elamites or Ishmael or whatever. They're damn heathens, you know? Like Tia and Tamara of Sister. They look like Israelites, but they're small hatters. They're Edomites. And in the kingdom, they're not going to have that cute look, that brown skin and that curly hair. They're going to look like ugly ass Amalekites, small hatters, with big noses, big hook nose. Like that bitch Blossom from that show from the 90s. They're going to look like that rat, Okay, so we are the chosen, all right? We are the salt of the earth. We are the creators of everything through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yashai. All right, you heathens are nothing. So there is no equality. There is no salvation for you Edomites and heathens. All right, the Israelites are the chosen. The people that you love to hate are going to be your rulers in the kingdom under the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So there is no level playing field, and there is no equality. The Israelites are the chosen. All right. Isaiah 40:17. Again, all nations before him are as nothing. You Edomites and heathens are nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. You're nothing. All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh.